Hello everybody and welcome back to Broken Sword. Right, our next job, I'm going to go and ask, I'll go back to Nico, or what I could do, I can't go in there, the police officer's watching me now, I think he's very suspicious of me. Yeah, I think I'm, maybe the museum. Go to the museum. If he doesn't tell us what I need to know, I'm gonna see if he knows something more about this vase, or if maybe it is actually telling us to go here.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Hello, Labano.
While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
Okay, so we got our next
You're
location. So were the Templars good or bad? Sure, we'll find out when we get to this next place. There we are, site de Baphomet. Oh, this guy covered in paint. I can speak to him.
Excuse me, could you help me? What is it? I've got a few questions. What does the word Templar suggest to you? Templar? Nothing. Nothing. You're doing a fine job. Merci. I have my professional pride. I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoked so stylishly. It's a natural talent. I'm being sarcastic. I'm being indifferent. You're very good at that as well. Merci. Vive l'indifférence. Have you ever seen anything like this? Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy. You? Yes, me. What's so funny about that? Nothing.
He has a way of just insulting everybody, doesn't he, George?
I have
Georgie.
some plaster of Paris. Amazing. Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around? Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it? I doubt it. Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
Alright then, do you know this picture?
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Oh, okay.
I was pretty sure the shaken shock had shot its bolt in Syria.
A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
Oh god, yeah, flammable.
I have a red nose.
Imagine.
Okay.
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane.
Oh my god.
A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
Oh my god.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean, when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider.
Yeah, you do that,
Perhaps
mate.
tomorrow too?
You do that.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
Oh dear.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but
You couldn't be bothered to join.
right. Tell you what, though. I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Paint pot, wheelbarrow.
A well-used wheelbarrow was sitting by the rubble-filled dumpster.
Can't
A
really do anything with it.
well-used wheelbarrow was sitting by the rubble-filled dumpster.
Okay, I can't do anything with it, so let's just try and go in there. He's not stopping me. Then again, he did say he's not great at his job. Oh, okay, because there's a security guard there. Okay, to speak to him.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
We'll ask him if he's seen this man first.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
non.
Yeah, you have.
I thought better of showing him the chalice. He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
Oui? You have...
A sudden urge to sing. Care to join me?
No, no singing in here.
And sudden urge to sing.
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground. What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
"Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?"
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him.
There's got to be somewhere I can get rid of him.
Talk to you later.
Okay. Let's have a look
Au revoir,
around
monsieur.
this area. Thermostat, can I turn it up, maybe?
The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on, all empty and all uninteresting. The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Maybe I could turn the
thermostat
temperature up,
was
make him leave.
mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No
Okay,
wonder
can
it
we
was
take that?
warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall.
Can I turn it
I
down?
couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Get rid of him. Telephone. Can we go in here? What's in this room?
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer. There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door's locked, monsieur.
I need the toilet, please.
There was a telephone on the far wall. Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door.
How about the toilet?
phone can look after itself.
What if I can go in the toilet? If I get him to unlock it?
Hi, Nico?
George, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
George, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh,
Oh, she's in a foul mood, isn't she? Alright then, love.
I didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked.
Okay, let us see what else we could talk to
Hi,
him about.
man. What is it?
Thermostat.
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
Trying to get into a locked washroom. I had the strongest feeling of deja vu.
I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Yes, now we're cooking. Let's see.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Let's use the toilet. Because I'm thinking we can do some in here, inventory. Maybe we can do some in this bathroom to make him want to go in there. Or leave this room. Maybe there's something we can do. Ah, boiler. Could we shove them all in there, make it really hot? What's here? Sink.
I didn't want to use that unless I really had to.
So, pick that up. Make him slip over, maybe. Okay, so we got soap. Hand dryer. Maybe I gotta dry something. Soap? Maybe dry the soap? I don't know. Okay, let's have a look.
A bin stood in the corner. It didn't look like it had been emptied for a while. I wasn't that interested in what might go into a restroom's garbage to investigate. I didn't need to get near to tell the toilet needed cleaning. Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause.
Yes, we broke the toilet. Naughty, naughty.
There was a big old boiler used for heating the building. The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. The shovel used to feed the furnace was stuck into the pile of coal. Capacious as my pockets were, I didn't figure I could cram a shovel in them. A huge pile of coal lay in the corner to fuel the boiler. Real high-tech stuff. I didn't want any coal.
You don't want to... I'm thinking we could make it really hot in here. Which could really mess them up. That's what I'm thinking, if we could... What's this? The grill.
There was a ventilation grill up in the wall. I could have climbed onto the sink, prized the ventilator cover loose, wedged myself into the tiny hole, smashed the far cover out, and plunged headfirst into the next room. Or I could just go through the door like a sane person.
Yeah, true. Sink. Something to do with the taps. Sewer key? Maybe something to do with the taps. Maybe, I don't know. I'll just click on everything until I get it. It might not even be anything to do with what I've got. We've just picked up that.
I figured washing my hands with that soap in that sink would just get my hands dirtier than when I'd started.
Have I got to combine something? Oh, it's telling me to combine these. Okay, why?
I made an impression of the big key in the cake of soap.
Can I combine this with this?
I carefully sprinkled the plaster into the soap mold I'd made of the key.
And now I need that with that. Got ourselves a key.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Okay, so this with this.
Maybe not.
No. Make it look like a key. Taps and that. Ain't gonna work, is it? Okay, can't combine these two, can I? No, not yet. Okay, so maybe I can go out. I don't have to give him the key yet, do I? No, okay.
Hey, monsieur, don't go with my keys.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, let's give him the key. I wonder if I can then get it back off him.
Hi again.
What is it?
Here's your keys.
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
And then maybe... Yeah, okay. I can then
Talk
ask
to
to
you
go
later.
back... I can then
Au revoir,
ask to
monsieur.
use the toilet again. So maybe that's what... Okay, yeah, maybe I've got to ask for the toilet again. Paint. Rubble. Can I use that? Can I do that? Paint it. Will he let me do it?
Hey, monsieur, get away from my paint pot.
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. What?
I've got to think of a way to distract him then. Can I?
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I made this key out of plaster.
How thrilling! How clever! How pointless.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Can't be something I can use to get rid of him. If I throw this at him, can I throw that at his cigarette? Throw it at him. No. Oh, bridge.
The archway was topped by a fancy balustrade. Oh, darn. I'd left my grappling hook at home. No way could I get up there.
So am I going to get to speak to him? Like to get him to let me use the paint? It's not letting me. Telephone I could use. I could try that again, but she's not speaking to me anyway, is she? Will she help me?
Killer!
Hi, Nico. It's me. I'm at the excavation site.
Why didn't you say that at the
Goodbye,
beginning?
George.
No, wait a minute. I need your help.
What kind of help? I told you I'm busy.
This will only take a few minutes, I promise.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
Okay. She's so angry at us for some reason. Now she said she's busy, but we're also doing all this work and she's not exactly helping us, is she?
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
She should go to one of these locations.
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? You must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
She's not going to be pleased with me even more, is she? Oh God, she's going to be so angry with me when after she's finished. She's already peed off for some reason. Go back down there. Ask for the toilet. Can we get to the end of the conversation?
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
What? Abuse? Ah, well, I had a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Okay. I'm gonna phone her again. She's already peed off anyway. He's gonna get so
I
angry.
figured I'd best not bother Nico again until I'd got a good reason.
Yeah, she's already peed off with you. For some reason. Yeah, I don't know why she couldn't have
again.
gone to the other
What is
locations while we go to a different one so we can, like, do the double the
I
work.
need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
Yeah, we've got diarrhea, mate. Very, very bad wind. You know, all
Talk to
that
you later.
sort.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Yeah, we've had a rough night. So we need to use your toilet. Okay, now we can switch the keys around, yeah? And then we can get inside. But how do we get rid of him
Quickly
then?
and without fuss, I swapped the fake key for the real thing.
And then we've got to come back again. Here you go, mate. Here's your key.
Hi again.
What is it?
I'm going to give you your keys.
I couldn't give him the keys. The false key looked pretty convincing, but it felt exactly like what it was. Painted plaster. He was bound to detect it.
Oh, crap.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
So I got to do something else. I have to do something else now. I can't just give him the keys, so what I've got to do is... put that under there, maybe? Dry it, dry the paint. Sink. There's got to be something I can wrap the thing in. Grease it then. Maybe I'll do it like that. No.
No.
That's not that then. So what is it? There's something in here I can use. So... actually... no, I don't know. Could we mess with the temperature so he has to put his gloves on? Could we do it? Because at least then he's not going to tell her... he's not going to be able to tell, is he?
I turned the heating off.
Oh, he's getting cold, okay. And he puts his gloves on. Okay, now we can give him his keys. Because he
Hi
won't be able
again.
to tell, will he?
What is it?
Here's your keys.
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Now we need to leave. We're going to have to come back once he's gone, aren't we? We can't... I've got the key so I could come back later.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
And I'm not going to show him the
He's
key.
seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Do I show him the key? Could I show him the key and see what he says?
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to show him the key. Let's get out of here. Can I get out of this place? Can I get out? Or am I stuck here? I'm actually stuck in this location, aren't I? I have to get rid of him then. Am I going to get past him? Okay, I'm going to try and get rid of him. Can I speak to Nico?
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, Josh.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
Okay, that's one way to do it.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
Hey, you! It's the fun!
Yeah? Who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
But don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Ha, don't. Me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
Yeah, let them argue. Should have done that as soon as I started talking. Let's go. We should lock it from our side as well.
Some planks used to make the catwalk were leaning against the wall. I couldn't see anything useful to do with the planks.
We can have a look at this.
In the middle of the floor was a weird mosaic, all swirling and distorted. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side. Now there's a familiar face. There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here.
Okay, so what else is in here? Oh, what's this?
Oh, great. More dead people. Although the gendarmes weren't likely to pull in any suspects unless they had a time machine. This guy must have been here for centuries.
There's gotta be
No,
something in here.
thanks. I think I'm carrying enough junk.
Somebody's remains junk. What's this gonna do?
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice. The image of a church.
We're going to England. We're going to England.
I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower. Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the face of the statue I saw at the bull's head. That's the lens I found on Klausner's body in the bull's head.
That's the tripod we borrowed from the museum.
Oh, and doesn't look like we're giving it him back.
That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. That's the clue that led me to the statue of Baphomet and the reflection in the chalice. That's the clue that led me to Spain. That's the clue that led me to the bull's head in Syria.
So we're basically going to the next location. Each one leads you to a different location. So that's where we've got to go next then.
I guess
England?
I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, Georges.
Okay, no, I'm going back to Spain first. Why not just go to England? Go to England with the chalice, we might need it. We can always return it after. Airport. How much money has this guy got for all these holidays? How travelling he's doing.
I'd been planning to return the chalice anyway, but I hadn't expected the trail to bring me here. The Villa de Vasconcelos was as picturesque as ever. The weather was still clear, and Lopez was still watering the damn lawn. I was beginning to suspect that he was surgically attached to that hose. Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
But she's not, she's high on life. Best sort of high you can get. Not going up there because the doggies will bark at me, and I don't want the doggies barking at me.
Senor Stobart. Oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knights secreting great wealths away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest. I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city. I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Okay, so now we can head back to... He mentioned the priest. He mentioned the priest. So maybe we go there, speak to the priest. Let's go and speak to the priest. Could speak to Lopez, see what he says.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge, as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it.
Oh yeah.
So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the de Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Toba.
Okay, I was going to speak to her again. Because he's just said to go mention the children. Now, I thought we'd go back to Paris, go back to where the priest is, and ask him about those symbols. See if he knows anything else, give us a bit more information.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
You could just stand up and ask her.
There's still the mystery of the missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered, unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
the Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant? Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them and the chalice when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead, and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere. If this is so, then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcelos are cursed.
Oh, that sounds even worse.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
The children could have got hidden here.
There was a bookcase, bureau kind of affair. I didn't recognize any of the titles, apart from an ancient edition of Don Quixote.
I have to go back up to
An
the
old grandfather
mausoleum,
clock
aren't I?
stood against the wall. I doubted the Templars had hidden anything in there.
Are we gonna find them dead? I was kind of hoping like they'd escaped somewhere. So I'm hoping. So auto-saving. Right, let's have a look around here then. Nothing to do with that, nothing to do with that. Can we go inside here? Unless I'm going to have to go and get the key again. Oh no, it's just left it unlocked, good. Okay, so we've got a Bible, lantern, pole.
I couldn't climb up there without breaking something.
Use the pole, you prat. There we go. Now that. Can we use this? Pole. For that, yeah? No.
Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It
Maybe
looked
I need
really
to-
old and had never been lit.
Maybe we do summit. Maybe if we... Tissue? Yes, light it. And then light it to the candle. And then light that. There we go. Oh, you are kidding, there's something there. The chess piece was hidden.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
It's that. It's a piece for this. Let's have a look at this now. Is it not that? You know what? Let's go and speak to the madam. Go and speak to the lady of the house. Show her the key that we found. I bet you she knows what it's for. Thing is, these people wouldn't have figured this out, and yet, if they do come here,
Hello
we've
again.
basically
Mind if I
unlocked
sit?
everything for them.
Please, be my guest.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it. What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
A sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
The question is, what's it for?
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorn. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is the mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Okay, well, ask him about that then.
What do you make of this?
It is the stone key that you showed me earlier, is it not?
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna speak to
I'll look
Lopez now.
around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
I shall remain with Lopez. because Lopez is going to help us.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
No, it's cool. She realizes how important finding this key is. This tissue is charred.
You won't get any argument from me on that, Senor Stobart.
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
Well, si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great. So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
Well, you must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dowsing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Tobar.
Okay, so hazel tree.
So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
I have to get a branch from the hazel tree.
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
Well, that's not very good, is it? Speak to Lopez again.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Your tree's not working.
I can't find any usable branches on that hazel tree.
Nope.
No. Que lata.
How am I supposed to find the well without a divining rod?
I have no idea, senor.
Oh, never mind. Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Tobar.
There's got to be something else. Maybe where his water supply is. Fact, let's go inside here. Because he's got a tap there, hasn't he? Mirror, pick the mirror up. Plant.
I didn't want a pot plant.
I got a mirror, but what's the mirror gonna do to help me? Hazel tree there as well.
It looked a lot like a hazel tree. I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
Okay, now I've got to use the hazel to find the well. Okay, it's obviously going to point me somewhere, isn't it, on the grass? Let's go up there. See if I can find... Look at the view.
Down below the estate, I could see the sea stretching away. It was a beautiful sight, and looked a lot like the scene from the manuscript. I wanted to go swimming, but I didn't have the time.
There's got to be something in here. Or something around here. Oh, hang on. Let's get back to him. Now we've got the branch, maybe he can help us find it. He'll know how to do it. Right, let's go speak to him about the branch.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
he's reading in the sun now. It's not going to work.
Senor Stobbart, you've found something.
Really?
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now.
It's not going to work, is it?
The
Something smells.
mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobbart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way. The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
Yeah, doing the garden. What the heck?
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this. Sometime in antiquity, There'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat. I'd need tools to move all that stuff. Heavy equipment that just wasn't available.
This is not good.
A great stone lion's head with a gaping maw full of fangs. As far as I knew, nobody had cast eyes upon it for centuries as it stood, waiting in the cool shadows. The words of the psalm kept running through my head. Save me from the lion's mouth. From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece.
It's the key.
I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving.
Guess that key
and
wasn't
I
for that.
knew I was in danger.
Now he's dead. I killed him again. Oops. Let's try that again. Do this in the move.
I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
No, move. Oof. Jesus.
Oh, very funny, you psychos. Signor Toba! Signor Toba! Are you all right? It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine. Hey, tutto mi alzata. You gave me a scare.
Nice try, Templars.
Yeah, get me a blooming scare as well. I've already killed him. I've killed him twice now. I thought I'd messed it up and I'd done exactly the same thing.
I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Yeah, just put that in the rock face. No, I need a mirror, don't I? Better mirror. Shine the light into the area, maybe.
Thinking back to how long it had taken the can to fall to the bottom, I stayed as far from the edge as I could. It was a long way down. The brilliant midday sun shone almost directly down the shaft, and I still couldn't see the water. I'd already risked my neck with one death-defying leap in Syria. I wasn't about to push my luck again.
Yeah, it was crazy just doing that. Let's use the mirror. Maybe the mirror will work on this.
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Haven't got long to unlock it.
Open sesame! Another secret door.
Right, I'm going to finish this one here, guys. In the next one, we're going to go through to this magical door and see what happens. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and until next time, take care.